Welcome back to Footy Classifier. The Tigers just not without the slightest of hopes of September still. It's a little bit remote. But Brett Deledio, if he has anything to do with it, they'll be certainly right there knocking on the door. He's having an unbelievable year, Gary, off halfback. I know you're adopted Kyber and favourite son, but he could even go past you. He's on track for a third best and fairest.
Yes, he is.
Oh, hang on. No, I won't have that.
No, he is.
Let's discuss him first. I mean, he would be in all-Australian contention, let's put it that way. And the thing about it is, and I have watched him very closely, obviously, because he's a Kyber boy, and I thought he got a bum rap over the past few years, playing in a side that was desperately poor. His level of performance was up and about the whole time. He won 2 best and fairest, for goodness sake. He's 23 years of age. Now the team's playing better footy. They're more competitive. He's settled at half-back and he's getting the sort of accolades that he deserves. I reckon he's been really harshly treated. He's an elite performer.
If he wins a third, he'll be the 9th youngest player ever to win 3 best and fairest his club. Fothergill, Murphy, Reynolds, Murray, Jakovich, Matthews, Skilton, Rains are pretty good names at his age. Now, I know they've had 2 disappointments.
Judd not won 3 by...
No, and nor had Hurd. He's underneath Hurd in terms of 3 best and fairest.
I think he absolutely is a deserving club champion, don't get me wrong, but it is a very, very close battle between him and the captain at the moment, Chris Newman, in my opinion. And I've seen a lot of Richmond this year. Chris Newman is having his best season. He was magnificent on the weekend. I thought he was best on ground personally. And I think the next few weeks will decide who's going to be the Richmond best and fairest. Certainly not a one-horse race at the moment.
Well, Dustin Martin would be polling pretty strongly as well. You would have thought a young man who's ineligible, of course, for the NAB Rising Star. Interesting.
Don't get me started on that, by the way.
Yeah, OK, I won't. Interesting with him,
I think
Ben
there are
Cousins.
people a bit more senior than Craig at the AFL who have similar concerns, Gary.
Interesting with him and Ben Cousins on the weekend, walking the boundary line, just a fatherly word of advice. Is this what Ben Cousins brings to this side and this ongoing debate about whether or not he has earned the right to have another contract? His form on the weekend, Tomo, was good without being great. He had 25 disposals and kicked the goal. Can he bring more to the club than just what his output is on the weekend?
I'd like to think by the end of this year he served his purpose in that domain, and his legacy is that tremendous work ethic and professionalism at training and preparation, and also his football now. So I think that legacy has been given to the Tigers, and I think his place for another player next year is more important.
I think that's the general consensus. I know you think that, Hutchie. Chris Newman today, the captain that Caro spoke about, was strong in his support for him for another game. It'll be an interesting one. I get the suspicion, though, that the Tigers have made their mind up.
No, I don't think there's any doubt about that. But he's playing
well enough to ignite the debate.
Absolutely.
And I think some people are talking him. I mean, I don't think some people had him best on ground. He wasn't best on ground on the weekend.
He won't be the first player to finish his career on a high.
Yeah. And that's not such a bad thing.
It's a great thing.
Let's hope he has 4 great weeks and does finish on a high. The Adelaide Crows should have won the game, though. And, I mean, in pure practical terms, the second quarter they dominated and they had chances after chance after chance. I think they had something like kicked 9 behinds in the second quarter. I think they had 16 inside 50s and just missed easy goals, guess.
Well, Neil Craig said it best after the game. He said they've got to take full responsibility for it, and they go back to Adelaide a beaten side, and in the end they, on their year, don't deserve to be in contention for a final spot. So look, it's just a great victory.
That's an unbelievable miss from there. At a crucial point of the game, they're 9 points up in the second.
Patrick Dangerfield missed a couple, and he's such a great player, just beyond belief.